You don't have to wait 2 years or a year for great deals to come. If you find a good deal, you can still negotiate it and make it a great deal. Initially, what I'm seeing is lending guidelines are tightening. Now, I have many different banks and lenders that I work with to get financing for my investors and my borrowers, people that are looking to either buy a home to live in or people to buy properties to invest in. Right now, one of the largest lenders in the country, Quicken Loans, has changed the credit score requirements on self-employed borrowers. They're changing it to a minimum of an 800 credit score for a self-employed borrower. That's crazy, because only maybe 9% of the country is going to be able to qualify in that scenario. Now, I don't think that's going to be permanent, but because of the issues with self-employed borrowers and COVID, it's becoming a problem. Now, luckily enough, we've been able to find other lenders to help these borrowers, but it's going to become a bigger problem down the line. So, one of the reasons why is with lending guidelines now, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac guidelines, what happened is they're requiring to verify that a borrower is still employed. Now, with a current borrower, one that's making a W-2 income, they actually can call the employer to verify employment. Well, with self-employed borrowers, they have to prove income. And how they have to prove income is by showing different documents. By the time they supply these documents, now stay with me here. By the time they have to supply these documents, you're in this hamster wheel. By the time they check this document, and it takes, say, 5 business days for an underwriter to check this document, so much time has passed that another document needs to be updated into the system. Now the time has passed, another document needs to be updated. So now you're constantly updating these documents, and no matter when you are in the period, in this process, some document needs to be updated. So if you don't work fast enough and make sure that everything gets updated at one time, by the time the underwriter reviews it, something else will need to be updated. So it becomes a never-ending cycle. So you have to be very careful, self-employed borrowers, when you are going to refinance. So make sure you have all your documents, and even if a document's not going to expire for another 5-10 days, re-upload a new document so you are never having any expired documents and you can move your loan faster. Some self-employed borrowers are taking 90 to 180 days to get a refinance done. That is why Quicken Loans has changed the requirement to an 800 credit score plus for self-employed borrowers. Again, that is crazy, but this is the reality we live in, and we need to be prepared for this reality. Now, we do have other options. We have Caliber is really good with self-employed borrowers, and United Wholesale Mortgage is also good. But if the industry is starting to move in this direction, we have to be prepared. So be prepared and get ready for these changes. Other thing I'm seeing a lot more pre-foreclosed and foreclosed properties coming to market. And these are foreclosures that started to happen in 2018. As I mentioned to you months ago, the foreclosures we're going to start seeing are 2018 foreclosures, 2016 foreclosures that are finally about to hit the market. So when you're seeing these foreclosures, don't think they're COVID related. The COVID ones aren't even going to start coming to mid next year and the mid 2022. So we're going to start seeing foreclosures from 2016 and 18 finally hitting the market. And their deals are pretty good. I do want to warn you that do not get excited. I happened to me. Back in 2009, I started getting excited because I'm starting to see some good deals, and I started jumping on them and trying to buy them. And I got some, and they were good deals, but they were not great deals. I bought a triplex for $80,000, which is an awesome deal. Then, a year and a half later, the triplex next door to me sold for $28,000. Now, who got the amazing deal? So, good deals are coming. Great deals are coming after that. So let's be patient, because just kind of like in our Revolutionary War, the country didn't have many bullets. We don't have many shots left. So we got to make sure that when we're taking our shot, we see the white of their eyes. When we take our shot, we make sure that it is an amazing deal and we're going to be able to, it's going to be a killer deal. Until then, don't go for good, go for great. Just remember that. Good deals are coming, but wait for the great deals to come. That's another thing that I'm seeing. In addition to that, I'm seeing other businesses that you would rarely ever see for sale coming up for sale. And that's kind of interesting to me to see these businesses that normally never go to sale come up for sale. And not only are they up for sale, they're at a somewhat reasonable price. When I say reasonable, prices for businesses and real estate have been crazy high. So now you're seeing something that's a little lower than crazy high, seems reasonable. I think the deals are coming even better. An insurance agency went up for sale. Normally they would ask about $245,000 for this insurance agency, $235,000 for this insurance agency. Plus they would probably ask for about $180,000, $220,000 for the building. So we're talking about like $400,000 to $45,000 for the package. Well, I offered them $100,000 because there's a lot of problems with the business, there's a lot of problems with the building, and no one else is really interested, which is rare because if an insurance agency normally goes up for sale, it's sold within a month. But this has been for sale for a while and no one's interested. So I just threw out an offer. I said, okay, if you want me to get involved to something that has all these problems and not a lot of money, I'll offer you $100,000. So these are opportunities that are available now. And because I know amazing opportunities are coming, I'm not just going to accept someone's good offer. I'm going to offer a lower amount and try to make it a great offer. So that's the second point that I want to tell you is you don't have to wait 2 years or a year for great deals to come. If you find a good deal, you can still negotiate it and make it a great deal. Or negotiate great financing terms that also help make it a great deal. Because sometimes if you get great financing, even though you don't make the money on the price, you can make your money back on great financing terms.